Yo,
What's good, family? You already know who it is on a fucking banger right now, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy xMister Bang Boogie out here, you know what I'm saying? Right now, we headed over to Walmart, you know what I'm saying? Fucking got like 12 minutes. I thought I'd get this brainstorm session in. So, boom, I went to sleep last night. I don't even remember what time. It might have been like 2 a.m., maybe like 2 a.m. I was starting to do a back test and I was prepping more of the university for you guys and shit. And, man, let me tell you, so the brain switch I had yesterday, man. So yesterday, I was driving and I know, bro, I got this beautiful insight, bro, while I was driving, right? This beautiful download through the universe came to me and said, why don't you time manage that? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you time manage it, right? Before the day was over, before I was supposed to do everything, right? So I was already time managing it, but like only like writing it there and being like, okay, 5 minutes a day for all these, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, yo, like I only set back testing for the weekends. And I'm like, well, what if I take Fridays and instead of back testing on Friday and still try to back test on Friday, on the weekdays I could like figure out a different day to put it over there. And then and then I'm focused on fucking, you know, time managing everything else I'm doing on Friday. You know what I'm saying? The things that aren't as important as trading. So I was like, yo, that's a good ass idea, bro. So what I ended up doing was time managing it. So now I got it back on my list. I feel much better. I'm not gonna lie. Like yesterday was such a chill day, it felt uncomfortable almost. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Without these conversations I have to myself, talking, even without talking to the voice note, bro, the ones without me talking to the voice note are way better. Like that's why I was telling y'all. I wish that I got one of those recorders and put it in the truck so y'all could just hear what the fuck I be thinking about, bro. Cause I'll be brainstorming all day, bro, thinking all day. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be taking actual action on the shit. So like if I think about a whole bunch of stuff and some of it isn't like really that actionable at the moment, because I start to get once I'm thinking about the present moment and what I could do, then I start to get futuristic with it. But like looking at how it can evolve and what it can evolve into. So eventually I will get one of those and I will put it either here, well, in my own truck. So right now I've got a plan to save $2,500 every month for at least the next 4 months. So that will get me a down payment, a little bit more than a down payment on a semi truck, and not one that's brand new, but one that's good and that I can build credit off of. Now, this company that I'm at now, they said that they have it to where I could use my credit to get a lease to own truck, and I like the idea. So I have a goal of only spending 30, I think it's $34,800. So if they don't have any used trucks that are around that price, then obviously I'm not gonna do it. And it's just strictly because I don't want to be paying that shit forever. Like once I get that vehicle, that's gonna put me a total of like 70, almost $80,000 in debt. But it's not. The truck is a big ass payment. You feel me? So it's gonna look beautiful on my credit. And then I also want to buy a car, and then I want to also buy a three-family home so I can rent it out. Now it doesn't have to be today. I meant today. It doesn't have to be right now. You feel me? The home can come in like a year or two to where I could find a really good deal on it. Then the car, I'm thinking maybe like next year sometime. But I don't need a car right away. So I don't want to get focused on it. But once I start to be profitable, because like I'm already consistently profitable, but once I start to like really have higher profits, then I'll get a car so I can get around when I'm out of a job and I have somebody else driving my truck. You feel me? So Um, so yeah, that's what's going on right there with that area. Like I said, today I woke up at about 7 a.m. and I started getting it in. I started sitting down and actually working on forward tests. So I set up my swing trade, which my swing trade ends up, marking up everything for a potential day trade, which now later on today, I will be setting up for a day trade. So I've already got the swing trade lined up. You know what I'm saying? I already know what I'm looking for right now. And with the day trade, I still gotta look and see. I see a potentiality of going bearish this week or going bearish today. But I want to see what's up because we might get a little small pullback, and I believe I could get in on a smaller time frame on that pullback of the wick of the 4 hour and take that trade to the downside. So we've got like an evening star on this pullback of a head and shoulder, and there's so many confluences at this area where it's pulled back. So there's so many confluences at this area for us to keep going bearish, right? I kind of want to wait for the 1 hour time frame to go bearish, but I'm willing to like look at the 15-minute and the 5-minute to see if it goes bearish anyways. And once those two go bearish, I'll see how close we are to a 30-minute close of it going bearish. And then I'll fucking take the entry right there and take a little bit of drawdown. And I may scale in, who knows? But that's my current like day trade idea. On my swing trade idea, right now, with everything going on, we got CPI tomorrow. So Monday, we got CPI tomorrow. And hey guys, today's National Police Week. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay shout out to your police officers out there. But and today, Charlene FX, I gotta give her some views and shit because, you know what I'm saying? She was a fellow police officer. Obviously, I'm not a police officer, but you know what I'm saying? I like the police. I like police people. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck I'm gonna call if I got my fucking foot stuck in a fucking trap and I ain't got no family? Who the fuck else am I gonna call? So, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no problems with them. They be chill, bro. As long as you just do what you do, like in life, shit gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You got a boss at work. If you don't got a boss at work, you got a mother that gonna tell you what to do. If you ain't got a mother, you got a wife or a husband that gonna tell you some shit that you don't probably want to agree with, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta get with it. So it's always gonna be something that you gotta get with. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, you broke your phone fucking screen. Now you gotta go get that shit fixed. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. Let's get into the swing trade I was telling y'all about, fam. So for the swing trade, fucking, we looking at all these confluences to go bearish, but we got to see, you know, towards the middle of the week, what the weekly time frame want to do and what news is coming out that will contradict it, potentially going bearish or closing as an indecision candle, because we've got a really beautiful potential of going bearish and continuing to this area of interest number 2, but it's a possibility we get a firm higher low to where we get a a green indecision candle and not a bearish indecision candle. We get a bullish indecision candle, and then we end up with a fucking morning star on the fucking weekly time frame, and then my trade prediction to go bearish was incorrect. Now I was hearing rumors about the market potentially going up to 1.17. Well, right now we're at 1.12. So is that a pullback for the weekly? It's a 3-mar bozo. The monthly is inside of the symmetrical triangles, and we didn't get a breakout. So I would like to see a small pullback before we break out, if we're going to break out. And I'm saying for at least 2 months. At least a month to 2 months. If it's a month, it'll be an indecision candle this month with decent wicks up over the top, which will still resonate with that 1.17. But I would like to see that towards the end of the month, which we're literally coming into our last 2 weeks. So yeah, we might go fucking bearish, bro. I mean, we might go bullish. Now that I'm thinking about it. We might, though. We might. What I really was predicting on this sell was because of all the confluences on the lower time frames besides from the weekly. But the weekly was at 50-50 right now. So it all depends on how the weekly wants to, act out that I'll actually take a trade. Because I don't want to take this trade and we're at an area of interest where we're supposed to buy, but we don't have the lower time frame confluence. So the daily and the 4 hour are not showing bullish. Only the 1 hour is, but the 1 hour is close to going bearish. That's why I think we might have a pullback. Right now we're at 1.125, and on the quarters theory, I'm looking for at least a 1.1 1.1200, 1.11900 around there, and then continue back going bullish after it does that small pullback, because it is dropping a little bit, but I don't want to say it's going to drop that deep, but it can, because bro, bro, the last 3 weeks, bro, we had nasty bullish run, bro. Nasty ass bullish run. And right now with the tariffs, and right now, companies looking for different spots, and fucking APR is going out the roof, and money going up in the USA at home, the dollar is just going up. You know what I'm saying? We don't hear nothing about Europe going through some shit like we are right now. So it kind of like shows how our dollar is going up, because we here in the US got to use this dollar with each other. So the shit just gonna keep backing up. Everybody raising rates, prices, shit getting pricier. So more money is being spent. Jobs haven't, what is it? Minimum wage hasn't went up. You feel me? So if minimum wage hasn't went up, then what does that mean? Then that means that more money is being spent. The dollar is going higher. So the dollar is still gonna go higher, because they ain't making no rule right now about that shit. They probably gonna start looking into it. They probably started looking into it, but they ain't did shit about it. And that better mean that our cents per mile go up, bro. I'm tired of getting paid this cheap ass 60 cents per mile shit. Because if shit is going up for these motherfuckers out here, and they're getting paid $30 an hour, $25 an hour, and each hour I drive, bro, I'm not even making 30. I'm not even sometimes making $25 an hour, bro. So if motherfuckers that are chilling at McDonald's and shit are making that shit, bro, this money over here in the trucking industry gotta go up soon, because that shit is disrespectful. But that's just my little breakdown on my weekly analysis. Maybe I should start doing this shit on YouTube, because I literally recorded it today, but I didn't drop it. I recorded it just to save it. That's probably not a bad idea. Weekly analysis for where the weekly can potentially be going. Just to do it, just to put it out. That's not a badass idea. Because I got my fucking daily analysis and my weekly analysis. I fucking sit down for at least a minimum of an hour to 2 hours fucking every week, bro, doing my analysis. And then fucking, I don't do anything with it but save it. But it's also because I'm creating a university, and us as a team, we're trying to have enough, content to provide to you guys on a later date. You feel me? We don't want you guys that are in the university, to be like, damn, like you're giving out everything up there on YouTube for free, and we're over here paying, however much dollars for you to be giving out all this shit for free. So that being said, that's another reason why I haven't been dropping shit. But I might do something temporarily, and then, maybe I'll keep something up there, maybe just a weekly, because in my weekly, bro, I go very in depth all the way down to almost to the 15-minute time frame, bro, on where you can find a trade on the 15-minute time frame. And I know my shit works because it's basically just, well, every strategy is confluence based, right? But my strategy is confluence based, but we start to look mainly for like head and shoulders, double tops, right? Evening stars, but with those evening stars and morning stars, right? And those shooting star candles and all that shit, we start to look for like bigger things like head and shoulder patterns. We start to look for double tops. We start to look for double bottoms, right? We start to look for those things that go in alignment with other confluences. So we look for that with two more things: time frames in sync, and we also look for areas of interest that can tell us, okay, what could potentially be happening in these areas, right? where these are common areas from previous data, which we can't go based off of previous data, but it will give our psychology a better feel of where the market can go, as other people as well inside the market are using that same thing. So if they're using it and fucking banks are using it, then we use it, we're gonna get the same results. And obviously somebody's gotta lose for somebody to win, and somebody's gotta win for somebody to lose, right? But that's really about it though, family. I'm gonna think about that, but that's not gonna come for a little while. I would like to get more proficient and a lot faster with my breakdowns to where, you know, I could break it down in 30 minutes and then I'll drop it. Instead of, oh, this should taking me an hour and then I'm dropping it, you know, just putting it out there and I don't know what I want to do with it. You know what I mean? So I think that'll be something cool for later. Let me catch consistency with what I have and stop doing too much too fast. You know what I mean? But for now, family, that's it. Peace to the earth, peace to the universe, peace to the gods, and peace to God, family. I love y'all. I'll holler at y'all.